All right, we are on. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for Wow Me Wednesday. You see a different scene around us and obviously a guest here.
Yep.
So I'm joined by Johnny J. I'm lucky to have him here. You guys are lucky to have him here. Johnny J has been an actor, producer for 12 years now, and he also is a realtor.
That's right.
So he is a jack of many, many different trades, but something that ties it all together is that he is, I would say, a master communicator.
Thanks.
And you've done sales,
Yep.
you've performed in front of a live audience, you've performed in front of cameras, behind cameras, so he has some really great tips for you tonight on how to gain more confidence on your on-camera speaking skills.
Yes.
So, Johnny, I can't wait to hear your advice for us tonight.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. Let's start off with that.
This is fun. You're my first guest
Oh, awesome.
on Wow Me Wednesday.
Oh, awesome.
So this is
Cool.
really a treat.
Thanks.
So what are your recommendations? What would you tell people to help empower them to step in front of the camera in order for them to advance in their careers?
Sure. So, getting in front of any camera is difficult because I think that anybody that has any type of an insecurity, initially when you get in front of a camera, your first thing to do is to just well up, get introverted, and not let yourself just communicate. And I would say that the easiest way to allow yourself to just be open and free is to just get out of your own way. And it sounds easier than it actually is. And I get that and I understand that. But sometimes before you get in front of a camera, what can really be helpful, or even if you're going to speak live to anybody, what can really be helpful is to say a few affirmations. Or if you're religious, read a Bible verse. Or if you're a yogi, say some mantras to yourself that are really just confidence boosters. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can say something like, I release and destroy the need to feel nerves right now. Or I have the ability to overcome my need to feel scared. And you don't have to get emotional. You don't have to, you don't have to think of something in the past or envision the audience naked or any of the weird tricks. You can just tell yourself, I feel comfortable with who I am, and I'm going to go out there and be myself. And for me, that's always worked really, really well. I've never had to do any tricks necessarily. I've really just had to use my own, natural ability to feel confident and enhance that when nerves set in.
Mm-hmm. So you do get nervous too?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is when you do get nervous and you allow that to become adrenaline and you allow that to take over your nerves and you say, okay, I'm going to turn those nerves, those butterflies, into confidence.
Totally.
And instead of getting scared, you get excited.
Right. I admit too, I do get nervous, but it's learning how to manage those nerves. It's not overcoming the nerves or overcoming the fear. Mm-hmm. It's learning how to manage it and changing it, you're right, into adrenaline. And what I've heard, a quote that I like to share with clients is, we all get butterflies. It's okay to have butterflies, but as long as you teach them how to fly in the same direction.
That's a great thing to say.
Training yourself. And so much of it is mental, right?
I think all of it is mental for sure.
We get in our way a lot of times, so we got to step out.
Get out of your own way. Get out of your
own
way. And most of the time, it's not anything that you can pinpoint. I think, like you said, if you get nervous because you do this for a living every day and you get nervous, everybody gets the same feeling. It's how you control that very, very, I think it's an instinctive feeling. It's a fight or flight feeling. So how do you combat fight or flight? How does a boxer say, okay, I'm going to get in the ring and kick somebody's butt? How do I overcome that mental ability to say, okay, I'm going to just push forward, and every step of the way, I'm just going to push a little bit harder?
Exactly. It's recognizing that trigger and turning it off.
Certainly.
We know it's a fight or flight trigger that naturally comes about, and then stopping it.
Certainly.
And we have to practice that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of practice, if you're new to filming, or if it's something that you haven't done a lot of, or you're thinking, I know that I'm supposed to get into it. My life coach, my real estate coach, my sales manager is telling me I need to do videos. Keep them short. They don't have to be 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
And most people want to watch a 30-second to a minute-long video anyways. And the coolest thing ever is that we're in an age now called CMC, which is computer-mediated communication. You have a longer amount of time to say what you actually feel or mean. So you don't have to say it the first time and say, oh, I didn't get it right that time. Everyone's going to laugh at me. Delete it. Do it again. Do it again and again. Nobody cares. Nobody's in your living room when you're there with a selfie stick you bought on Amazon doing it by yourself. And if you do it before, if you do have to do it in a public place, if you're going to do a video maybe out on, going to a restaurant, or if you're going to do something in front of an audience, I would always say do it at home 3 to 5 times. Just get all of the ums, the ahs, the flubs, something that you teach and you practice a lot with your clients. Get all of those out at home or in front of your wife or in front of your kids or in front of the dog. And then when you get out and you do it in the real world, it's just so much more fun and relaxing for you because you don't have those insecurities.
Right.
Yeah.
And practicing on camera, whether you are intending to make marketing videos or you're speaking live in front of an audience, is such great practice because you can watch yourself and listen to yourself, and you're going to catch things that you didn't even realize that you do or say.
Big
no matter
time.
how painful it is to watch yourself,
Big time.
it's so helpful. And you can do it by yourself. Just set up your camera, and no one else needs to be around. And you can make your mess ups where it doesn't really matter. Get that practice in. Yeah.
That's good advice, for sure.
We're going live now, but you certainly don't start with Facebook Live. Just record it and then post it to Facebook. And like Johnny said, keep it to 30 to 60 seconds. And once you get more comfortable, you can build it up. You can do more and more videos. So definitely start simple and keep it concise. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with the audience?
There is actually. I got turned on to a new piece of technology that if you have a tablet, there's wonderful teleprompter apps.
Oh, nice.
So if you have a teleprompter app on your tablet, you can literally hold it with your hands and read the screen as you look into the camera that is off to the left or the right hand side, depending on how you're holding it. So if you feel uncomfortable with just dialogue, get that teleprompter app, write everything out on your computer, send it to yourself in an email, it will load onto the teleprompter app, and you can physically just read it as if you're in a newsroom. And because the camera is so close to your face, depending on how you frame it, no one's ever going to know that you're reading from a teleprompter.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Great tip. I didn't realize there were apps for that.
Yeah,
you could
there's apps
probably even set it up next to or behind your camera in a way too.
Well, you can use the camera that's built into the side of the tablet.
Yeah.
So it will.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can record it right into the tablet.
Right into the tablet.
Duh.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah.
Great tip. I'm going to download
Try it
an
out.
app like that now too.
Try it out.
Thank you so much, Johnny. This was so helpful. I definitely learned a lot from you tonight. And while I am the consultant and the coach, I know that there's always room to grow. So I really appreciate
Thanks for having me.
getting advice from other people.
Totally.
Thanks.
My
Nice
pleasure.
job.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining me, guys. And if you want to check out my services, chat with me one-on-one, ask your own questions, make your suggestions, please comment below or visit my website, jessicachangconsulting.com. See you next week.